Okay, so the neck finally arrived today. And the neck is from Warmoth, and as with everything in the guitar industry in 2020 and 2021, there are massive delays because everybody on Earth seems to be ordering stuff from them, which is great business for them. But the customer, it means a longer wait. So this is a bloodwood neck. I've never really heard of bloodwood, but when I decided that I was building a murdercaster, it pretty much left me no choice. I had to use bloodwood. What other wood would you use in a murdercaster that's not bloodwood? So I made that choice. But people said it's similar to maple and that it doesn't need to be finished. So that's all I needed to know. I like unfinished necks. Let's see. Ooh. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, very, very red. Very much a dried blood kind of look to it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Ow. Sharp around the tuner hole. There's a little cutout, but I'm gonna assume that that's a characteristic of the wood and that that's something that happens commonly with this type of wood. There are a lot of woods where that happens. So I'm not really gonna hold that against them. And frankly, once the tuners are on there, you'll never see that. This little piece on it's just a little imperfection on the headstock. Again, basically unnoticeable. On the front, looks very, very nice. Fretwork seems good for now. Might have to do some planing. Often have to do that on a Warmoth neck. 10 to 16 radius. It feels great in the back of your hand. It feels very much, it feels very much like a maple neck. It feels, if you closed your eyes, you might think it was a maple neck. There's just minor, subtle differences in the grain. I would say it's like, if I were comparing it, I would say it's like 90% maple and then 10% something like rosewood or something like that with a little more open kind of grain structure. So you get a little bit of both there. It feels great. I got the boatneck contour. My favorite is the 59 roundback, but that one I think is $35 more. So I said, screw it, I'll go with the boatneck. And I think I like it. It's one of the bigger profiles they offer. Maybe I can tilt this and you'll see. And it's you feel that in your hand. It's like there's like a V-shaped neck in your hand. It's noticeably different than any other guitar I have probably ever played. But I like it because I can see that it will keep the neck braced against my hand when I'm bending and playing, and it'll actually fill my hand instead of having like a gap there, like you would with a neck like this. See, now when I'm touching this one, there's it's unnatural for me to put my palm or most of my hand even into the neck, and it just doesn't really sit there. It just kind of, there's empty space. Oh, little crack in the wood by their weirdo truss rod side adjuster thingy. It is what it is. Not really bothered by that crack. You can't even feel it, but it's there. Other than that, this is pretty much pristine. So here is the black metal bridge. Now, I'm pretty sure the black part will rub off within like a year. I think it's heavier than the other one. Let's find out. Does this matter at all? Well, who knows? That's a difference of 11% or so. So it could conceivably make a difference. The other thing to note is that the stock bridge on, Mexican standard and, the old-fashioned stamped steel bridge is very cool. I like the saddles, whereas in the past, just had these saddles, which actually broke the high E string a lot. So, not that I was necessarily going to keep anything from the other guitar, but this bridge was definitely something I was going to swap out. Now, let's check out the tuners. They're hip shots. If you've seen my hardtail Strat builds, you know that I love hip shots. They're the only tuner that I buy if I have the option, for several reasons. Number one reason being this thing. You don't have to screw anything in. You don't have to drill any tiny little holes in the headstock. You just slap this mounting plate on and you're good. I also think that they look awesome. I've never used the black ones before, but they are not disappointing. Open gear, staggered, black. It was hard to find these, but they do exist. And they look exactly like I thought they would. Awesome. There's some black coming off in my hands. That might be from the bridge. I don't actually know. I was just holding that a second ago. Hard to tell, but nonetheless, something's coming off. Okay, so let's see exactly how easy it is to install these things. So first thing you have to do is you have to make sure that the lengths match up. Since they're staggered, there should be 3 heights. Okay, so it's really not particularly difficult. It only takes a couple of minutes. No screwing of anything required. So you put the base plate down, the tuner in the base plate, and then you go to the other side, put the washer, take the bushing, and you just screw it in. We're not going to go too tight because we're going to come back with a 10mm wrench later. But that's really all there is to it. So there are the tuners. They look great. I actually spent more time looking for the little 10mm socket wrench than I did installing the actual tuners. So very nice open gear, and the black looks really nice against the red. So in the next episode, we're going to take a look at the rest of the components. We're going to talk about the pickups, and we're going to start putting everything together. Thanks for watching.